A nasty landlord-tenant battle now waged at a church in Brooklyn. The church is the landlord. The tenant for the last 18 years just happens to be another church that's been renting space. Now the Bethel Tabernacle Church reportedly wants to kick out St. Mary Church, kick it out of one of its facilities in Crown Heights. The question, why?
Here's our story. 18 years ago, we moved from a little storefront location here to 90 Schenectady Avenue. After a whole lot of sheetrock, plumbing, and paint, this is what our church looks like today. But it isn't the contracting work that we esteem a great thing. It's the commitment we've made to the children. Nothing exemplifies that more than our school, St. Mary Church Christian Academy. The Christian Academy was built on hard work, prayer, and sacrifice. All of our faculty and staff are full-time volunteers that chose to sacrifice their own careers in order to educate our children.
All right, so in terms of hiring your teachers or people in the community that teaches your students, how does that process happen?
Well, we have done interviews. We've done interviews. Most of the help that we get here comes from our church members. Okay. Sometimes they have a season where they're not working or they don't have any other responsibilities during the day, and they'll come and volunteer their help. We have parents that have had a season where they didn't have to work, and they'll come in and they'll volunteer to help us. Okay. So basically, just church members, family members, parents.
Everyone just coming together.
A prime example will be our administrator who walked away from a successful career on Broadway and in film to go back to school and get 2 master's degrees to head up our academy. Over the years, we've held classes for individuals and ensemble for a number of different musical instruments, and many of our children excel. Under the direction of Angela Hall, our voice classes have flourished exceptionally. Pretty soon, our kids were not only participating in community theater, but they seemed to grab almost every starring role. Let's get back to our dilemma.
Lucy Yang is there with some answers tonight. Luce?
Well, Bill, nasty indeed. Through the years, St. Mary Church of God has put in, I'm told, $100,000 worth of renovations into this site, hoping to purchase it one day, only to learn they're now being evicted instead. Their landlord, this neighboring church, Bethel Tabernacle. For 18 years, they have celebrated the gift of song at their music academy. They have taught scores of children at their parochial school, which goes up to 8th grade, and changed countless hearts at this Pentecostal church.
Every day we're in this building. Prayer service will begin as soon as you leave.
St. Mary Church of God in Christ on Schenectady Avenue in Crown Heights. They rent this space from Bethel Tabernacle AME across the street, another African-American church. After their first lease expired, they never signed another agreement, worshiping side by side in good faith, until money, big money, came into the picture.
Even though things look bleak, the resilient kids of St. Mary would not be defeated. With the help of the church organist, they organized a youth choir and staged a live recording, hoping to generate enough revenue through CD sales to help secure a new location for their church. Melvin Crispell, Professor Butch Haywood, and James Hall, who have collectively written hits recorded by gospel greats Hezekiah Walker, Timothy Wright, the Institutional Church Radio Choir, and James Hall and Worship and Praise, all donated songs for the Kids Project. The recording was a success. However, with the CD release date set for May 27th and the landlord attempting to have us out by February 1st, we're far from out of the woods. It appears the young people's efforts may have been too little too late.
One church is struggling to keep its home. The congregation is facing eviction from their Crown Heights church, where they've rented for the last 18 years. News 12's Jeremy Lee has the story.
These kids fear they won't have a place to sing. The congregation of St. Mary Church of God in Christ is facing eviction.
History teaches that our church rests on the exact spot that was a stop in the Underground Railroad during the days of slavery. We've always felt that we've kept that work going by helping the bound find freedom spiritually, educationally, and economically. Our prayer is that wherever God finds us at the end of this trial, our railroad will still be going strong.